few ghost encounters when I was younger, and FYI, they are not fun or exciting or cool. I thought they were terrifying, so today we are going to talk about the top 10 scariest celebrity ghost encounters. And if you are just as excited for Halloween as I am, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Starting off this countdown at number 10, Mike Coulter. Quote, "I'm from the South and there's a lot of things that happen in the South that don't happen anywhere else," Coulter said in 2019. The Luke Gage star described an incident that occurred, quote, "night after night," which his mother explained as a spirit being attracted to his energy. "When I was a kid, I used to have this thing that was sitting on my chest when I would sleep, and it was keeping me from getting up and I couldn't open my eyes and I would struggle," he detailed. "I couldn't breathe very well. This instance, which most have described, has been called the sleep paralysis demon. For some, it's a faceless, shapeless presence trying to suffocate them. Others describe it as a creepy old hag with claws. And for others, the demons look like a deceased relative. But are these demons real? The paralysis is real. It's called sleep paralysis. The phenomenon of seeing something demon-like while experiencing sleep paralysis is also real. It's called a hypnagogic or hypnopompic hallucination. But whether it's an actual demon or not is unknown. However, I just want to add, I've experienced what Mike did a few years back and it was horrible." Number 9, Vanessa Hudgens. Quote, "I've accepted the fact that I see things and I hear things," the Tick Tick Boom actress claimed during an appearance on the Kelly Clarkson show in April 2022, noting that she had a lot of paranormal encounters over the years. "I kind of shut it down for a while. The unknown is scary. But I recently was like, no, this is a gift and something that I have the ability to do, so I'm going to lean into it." Hudgens even completed her, quote, "first real paranormal investigation" ahead of the interview, where she met a playful ghost while visiting a cemetery. "We found this one tombstone of a spirit that we were told is very playful," she said. "So I turned on the spirit box and I said, 'Hi Sam, I'm Vanessa and this is Gigi.' And then Gigi goes, 'Sam, can you tell us our names?' Then we just hear Vanessa, Gigi. I was like, cool, do you have anything else you want to tell me?" So I guess this one wasn't very scary, but to me, any interaction with the paranormal is scary. Number 8, Courtney Cox. The Friends alum recalled in March 2022 a scary experience with a ghost that led her to selling her house. Quote, "I didn't believe it at first, but I lived in this house in Laurel Canyon," which is in LA, obviously. "And it was Gypsy Rose Lee's house, and Carole King," Cox said during an interview on Jimmy Kimmel Live. "So Carole King came over to my house, and she said that there had been a divorce that was really ugly, and there was a ghost in the house. And I was like, yeah, whatever. But other people who would stay there with me, like friends of mine, said they felt an encounter with a woman who was sitting on the edge of the bed." The Shining Vale star noted that after doing a seance with King, she still didn't really believe in the supernatural. But that changed when a random UPS worker came to her home. It was a UPS guy, or something. "And I opened the door and he said, 'Do you know this house is haunted?' And I go, 'Yeah, why? Why do you think that?' And he goes, 'Because there's someone standing behind you.' And I was like, let's sell." The Scream actress listed the home soon thereafter, adding, "I couldn't sleep there alone ever again." Yep, okay, fair, that's terrifying. Number 7, Demi Lovato. Lovato shared that her childhood home in Texas housed a ghost in a 2013 article she wrote for BuzzFeed. "My house in Texas is so ridiculously haunted," she wrote. "Not by a bad spirit, but a little girl. I think her name is Emily. I've had a medium come over and ghost hunters and they both told me the same name, Emily. There were so many times that I saw her when I was growing up," Lovato continued. "I believe that everyone can tune into a part of their mind. I think I have a really strong connection to the afterlife. When I walk into a room, I can tell if something has happened there or not, or if a hotel is haunted." Number 6, Octavia Spencer. During a December 2021 appearance on the Ellen DeGeneres show, the Oscar winner claimed that her house is haunted by the ghost of a late movie star. "I grew up watching westerns, and I bought this house, and it was owned by a guy who did westerns, so I must have been a fan of his. I think he is my protector. I love him because he kind of sorts out the bad people that shouldn't be there." The actor said that visitors sometimes don't want to come back after staying with her, but she sees it as a test. "That's how I know that they don't belong there, because if you're a person that belongs there, everybody is like, oh, your place is so welcoming, it's so great," she explained. Spencer joked that the spectacle presence gets upset when she's away from the home. "When I leave for a long time, he's a little shady. The door closes. The lights go off when I turn them on," she continued. "I love my ghost, I just don't want you bringing your ghost to my house. I don't want anybody's ghost thinking they can be friends with my ghost, because my ghost can haunt me but doesn't haunt me. We have boundaries." So then it sounds like a great system, I guess. As she prepared to take over Vanessa Kirby's portrayal of Princess Margaret for season 3 of The Crown, Carter sought approval straight from the late royal herself, with the help of a psychic medium. "My main thing when you play someone who is real, you kind of want their blessing because you have a responsibility," Carter said according to The Guardian. She said apparently she was glad it was me. She said, "You're better than the other actress that they were thinking of. They will not admit who it was. It was me and somebody else," the star continued. Quote, "That made me think maybe she's here because that is a good classic Margaret thing to say. She was really good at complimenting you and putting you down at the same time." Queen Elizabeth's outgoing younger sister also had a word of advice for the actress. Then she said, "Get the smoking right. I smoked in a very particular way. The cigarette holder was as much of a weapon for expression as it was for smoking. Number 4. Kesha. The singer claimed she was intimate with a ghost while speaking to Ryan Seacrest on his Kiss FM show in September 2012. I had a couple experiences with the supernatural, Kesha claimed. I don't know his name, he was a ghost. I'm very open to it. Later, she told the Rolling Stone that she had to undergo an exorcism. I know it sounds like the most ridiculous story, but I went to my healer, and she told me that because of my job, I send out energy. In October 2021, the singer announced that she's working on a new reality series titled Conjuring Kesha. According to her statement about the new show, Conjuring Kesha will follow her and her friends as they visit paranormal hotspots across the globe. Quote, "We will explore life's great mysteries and aim to catch something never before seen on camera," she continued. "My hope is to show that the supernatural isn't just a thing of myths and fables. We're embarking on a spiritual and cosmic exploration. Come with me to experience it all." Number 3. Lily Collins. The extremely wicked, shockingly evil, and vile star believes she received some support from the ghosts of Ted Bundy's victims while preparing to take on the role of the infamous serial executioner's ex-girlfriend Elizabeth. Collins told The Guardian in April 2019 that she was woken up by flashes of images, like the aftermath of a struggle, every night at 3:05 a.m. while filming. "I discovered that 3 a.m. is the time when the veil between the realms is the thinnest, and one can be visited. I didn't feel scared, I felt supported. I felt like people were saying, 'We're here listening, we're here to support you, thank you for telling the story.'" Number 2. Laura Linney. Initially skeptical, Laura became a believer after meeting one of the famed ghosts of Broadway's Belasco Theater. "It's absolutely haunted," she told James Corden on The Late Late Show for her former workplace. "I was not a believer. I'd been told about the ghost at the Belasco. There was a mysterious passing of a chorus girl at the theater. Legend is that in the final dress rehearsals, that's when the ghost came out. I'd forgotten this, and I was doing a play with Jane Alexander, and I turned to Jane Alexander and I looked up to the balcony. There are 2 balconies there, and the upper balcony you can only get in from the outside, and those doors were locked. And I looked up and there was a woman standing in front row, looking over with a blue dress and blonde hair. I just thought, well, hello. I looked back at Jane and I looked back up and she was gone." Laura was further convinced it had been a paranormal experience when she confronted the theater's house manager. "I went to the house manager and I said, 'Joe, I think I saw a ghost.' And he went, 'Male or female?' I said, 'Female.' And he went, 'Blue dress, blonde hair?' Coincidence? Maybe not." Now coming in at number 1, Matthew McConaughey. While doing press for his 2009 movie Ghosts of Girlfriends Past, McConaughey shared that his Hollywood home was haunted by a spirit named Madame Blue. "I was not even under the influence and she was there," he recalled. "She wasn't that happy. It didn't seem like she was going to be much fun to hang around or have in my house. So I went ahead and stood my ground. I opened the door and said, 'You can move around all you want, but I'm not going anywhere.' For weeks, everyone that came into the house said the same thing. 'There's someone down the hall, there's someone down the hall.'" McConaughey went on to say that eventually he stopped getting visits from Madame Blue, and his guests fell in love with her former favorite room. But that is all. Let us know what you thought about this video, and we will see you next time.